the chaos of the game, they break it down. Talking trash, cracking jokes, they own this town. PGN podcast, they're on the prowl. Sports and nonsense, they wears a crown. PGN podcast, oh, you can't look away. Stats and laughs, yeah, they sing your day. From the field to the mic, they always slay. PGN podcast, here now.
What up, PGN Podcast in the building, episode 118. Starting a little early today because it's Easter. Gotta spend time with the family.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure, do you celebrate Easter or not?
Yeah, my church, my mom and godbrother are actually at church right now.
Okay.
So I'll probably
Yeah,
spend time with them later.
Yeah, word. So a little early start today, but it is what it is. Hope you can start your Easter off good with a good episode today. I think we have a good episode today, bro. We have some good topics here.
Some really good topics.
But we're not gonna try and be long-winded though. Yeah, shout out to Kofi. He'll be back soon, right after the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
After the NBA playoffs is done.
Yep.
He'll be back in time for football season. That's always good to have Kofi around for football.
Need that.
So yeah, man, how was your week?
It was a good one, restful. Spring break, but it was, just cool. Just cooled out for a little bit.
Yeah, me, same shit. Work, gym. That's my life, bro. Nothing else. I went out Thursday by myself, went to the bar real quick, chilled, stayed out for like an hour and came home, I live a boring life, bro. But yeah. So yeah, man, let's get into it, man. Nothing else really to say.
None. Okay, we have our championship set up. We have UConn versus Michigan. Listen, I'm here for it. I love it. Michigan, my goodness, they destroyed last night. Once again, like we've been saying, this NIL, man, it's killing some of this parity, because how are they both number one seeds and Michigan, they just destroyed. They just destroyed last night. So what do you have to say about it?
And Arizona was supposed to be a really good team, and they got fucking destroyed, bro. It wasn't even from the rip. It wasn't close. Like maybe when it first started, it was like 6-1. It was close. After that, it was over. Like I barely watched it. So my TV has a feature that I could put a double screen. Yeah. So I was watching the Yankees. I was watching the Final Four, the tournament, and yeah, man, it was bad. It was bad. I think that real quick, shout out to the Yankees, 7-1 right now. You know what I'm saying? They'll top it a little bit, but yeah, 7-1. The ERA after yesterday, they gave up 4 runs, but before yesterday, the pitching has a 0.68 ERA. The whole pitching staff and bullpen, insane. Anyways, but yeah, I was watching both games, and man, it was bad. It was bad. The other game was closer.
Yeah, UConn versus Illinois.
Tennessee. Illinois.
Yep.
Illinois and UConn was a little closer. It got dicey at the end, but UConn pulled it out. Hit a couple free throws at the end. Illinois just couldn't hit their shots down the stretch, but they put up a fight. And Dan Hurley, man, this is what we're talking about, the hard coaching. He came out again this week, and he was like, I'm going to coach the way I coach, and it is what it is. And people are like, oh, is he the new Bobby Knight? Like, dude, you want to look up Bobby Knight, bro? Stop.
Yeah, you don't know Bobby Knight.
Bobby Knight was a certified psychopath. Like, throwing chairs on the court. Like, this man, look at his highlights. They're insane. Like, they said literally, listen, the 90s was about tough coaching.
Yes.
You got outed out, I think, in the 90s, right? Late 90s, 2000, because it got ridiculous. They're like, dude, you're done. You can't, this is crazy. They said a player came out, I think he grabbed the player by the neck and like slammed him on the bench or some shit. Then the player came out and was like, I can't play with him no more. He's abusive. Then a story came out, said that they lost the game. He went into the locker room. Said, hold on, go to the bathroom real quick. He went there, took a shit, wiped his ass, and then came out with the shitty tissue and said, this is how you guys played.
Oh,
This is what he did. So he's not Bobby Knight. Cut it out.
No.
All right? That's like comparing Mickey Mouse to Hitler. Okay?
Yep.
Seriously.
Yo.
Like, stop it. But yeah, man, look, he got his team in the didn't he win 2 years ago? 2 years ago, right?
Yep.
So he got them back in the championship, possibly win another one, which is unheard of because this never happens. You know what I mean? He may be coming in with a new NCAA dynasty, maybe.
Mhm.
I would see why the Lakers wanted him over JJ Redick in the beginning. You know, but I don't know if him and LeBron got along, him and Dan Hurley.
No.
I don't know.
No.
I don't know if that would work.
I don't know. But I will say this. Remember, they were talking Dan Hurley being suspended because of the whole referee incident, which, shout out, yo, honestly, that was the coolest thing I've seen. Yo, he had his jacket up.
The ref didn't even get mad. The ref was like, what?
He like knows him. He's like, yo, he looked, but the thing is, he's had so many moments like that. He has a moment where he's like shaking the player's hand. He's like, yo, what's up? And then he turns around to the coach. He's like, hey. So, like he just kind of gets, we need more coaches like that. Because we had in college football, we had Kurt Signetti. So, Google me. So we need more coaches like this. You say it all the time. The analytics coaches, I hope they die out and we get coaches with more personality. Because the analytics coach, like, that you took a good shot because that was a 38. Like, yo, shut up, bro. Like, yo, we need personality. This is what sells sports.
You're 17 for 38 from the corner. Stay there.
Like, shut the fuck up, bro. Go away, man. Like, damn. Like, I'm telling you, I hate those type of coaches. Yo, I love coaches like have life. Players respect that shit. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. He called that. He was looking at that ref like, yo, bro, what's up? But they're friends. But the thing is, everyone who's played sports, anyone who's hit a shot like that, they know that feeling. So we related to that. We don't relate to.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Come on.
I've seen coaches. I think I seen a coach recently. I forgot what game it was, but the guy hit a fucking like a 3 with 2 seconds left, and they show everybody's reaction, and the guy hits the 3, and the coach is like, and you see everybody behind him like, yeah, the players, the assistant coaches, the crowd's going crazy, and he's like this. I'm like, come on, man. But I mean, whatever. It's each their own. But there was one too. Dan Hurley was funny. He walks up to a referee, and he goes to give him his glasses because he said that he missed the call. He gives his glasses. The ref is like that. And he's like, he puts it back on. Like, all right, he walks back to the bench. I'm like,
yes,
that's
we
funny,
love
bro.
that.
Yeah.
I hope even if they don't win, because Michigan is a really tough team, I hope he gives us a show, man, because he seems to get what the game needs. And like, think about it, we're talking about him more. We talk about his players, but his players respond to that. So you have to give Dan Hurley all the credit in the world. But this is going to be a tough matchup. Michigan's a really good team. They seemed because I know Arizona made a little run in the first half, but like they went on an 8-0 run. But after that, Michigan squashed it, and then they just went back up to 12. I was like, yo, dog, like you said, that was a bad game to watch. I was like, they're both number 1 seeds. That's the crazy thing about it. People picked Arizona to win the national championship. I mean, I've never did that because I've never believed in Arizona like that. But
Hey, what's up with Bryce James? Why he don't play? He's ass. I guess he's ass.
Maybe he's not ready.
Yeah, maybe he's a freshman. I guess I don't know. But I don't know, man. I think that should be a good one. Right now, I don't know. The way Michigan looked yesterday,
they look like the faves.
I don't know, dude.
Yeah.
They looked crazy yesterday. I was surprised to see that, even though They've been good throughout the whole tournament, but I thought that game was going to be a lot closer. And to see them
Same.
dominate like that, I was like, hold up. Like, UConn might be in trouble, you know? But I'm going to root for UConn because I like Dan Hurley. So I'm going to pick UConn to win that. But I don't know. Michigan looked tough, dude. It looked crazy.
That's gonna be a tough team to beat. So we'll see. It's games tomorrow, so we got it. Oh, Lakers fans, I know you guys are hurt right now. Not only did you lose Luka during the OKC game, now Austin Reeves is out towards the end of the season, and their playoff looks might be doubtful. Whoo! LeBron might have to put on Superman coat again. I don't know if he can do that at this age. This is tough.
No.
This is tough. This is a really tough loss. Because I'll say this, the Lakers were playing very well. They seem to have bought into JJ's system. We were just praising JJ, I think, a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
They beat the Cavs. OKC, they were never going to be OKC. We never believed in them like that. But they were giving teams some good matchups. I think if they had faced the Rockets in the first round, I think they beat the Rockets because the Rockets are whatever that is. But now this is kind of scary. I don't know if they make it out the first round now.
I think even if they had Luka and also Reeves, I didn't believe in them. I didn't. I think Luka and Austin Reeves and LeBron just don't play defense. You ain't winning like that. You can't mask it. How long I've been saying this with the Knicks, with Brunson and Towns. The two best players can't be your worst defenders. It can't happen. They're gonna pick on you in the playoffs. They're gonna be like, pick and roll. Give me Luka. They're gonna tire him out. And what? Luka's gonna put up for them to beat number one. I think the Timberwolves will beat them.
Yep.
And I think the Rockets would be a tough matchup, even though the Rockets don't look good. Now you're having Kevin Durant and all these players lock in on one team for 7 games.
Yep.
You have Ime Udoka, who's a great coach, lock in for 7 games. It ain't gonna be easy, even with Luka and Austin Reeves. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. Even without Luka and Austin Reeves, that's bad. That's bad.
Yeah.
I know they're sick right now. They say they're out indefinitely.
Yeah.
So they and then do you want Luka playing with a bad hamstring, knowing that every bad hamstring has led to Achilles?
Yeah, you gotta rest him, my guy. You have to rest him.
Yeah, we've seen it. Didn't this guy Halliburton? He played the whole playoffs and finals with that hamstring.
Yep.
And he kept getting treated, and eventually it popped.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. Do you risk it? I don't. Personally, I don't.
No, you can't. I think this is like you just might have to reset for next season and see, because Ayton came out of his shell. Like now you can be like, okay, we can get something for Ayton. We can get something like whatever LeBron wants to do. Let LeBron do whatever LeBron wants. But like this is like, okay, now we need to start making some new trades in the postseason. Like see who's out there that you can get.
Yeah.
But this team, because right now they're third, they be facing the Timberwolves. Anthony Edwards isn't even all that healthy, but I still think the Timberwolves will beat them in a really good close series. I just don't know. Like you don't want to risk Austin Reeves either, because like he wants to get paid, and it's just a lot of nonsense going on with this right now, and it just sucks because Luka was having an MVP quality season. I don't think he was going to win it, but he definitely earned some MVP votes. You know,
he just doesn't play defense enough for me to win. MVP, but he was a scoring champion right now. He is, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that counts. This man's a human highlight reel. Even his slow ass could do some fucking weird, crazy, wild fadeaway in the paint and be slow as hell and shoot these crazy threes and make them. So yeah, that's your best player. Losing him is bad. You know what I mean? So, and also your second best player. To me, I think LeBron dibbles and dabbles between the second and third player, but he didn't have to be the best. So hey, what do you got? You're gonna put Bronny? You gonna start Bronny now? You're gonna
Yeah, Bronny might have to
you're
start.
gonna put
Like,
Bronny at some point.
yo, man, this is the way you learn. You get trial by fire, Bronny James. Like, you want to be in the league, this is what it's about.
What do you got to lose? Put him in.
And if LeBron leaves, you could probably trade him for something.
But here, this is what happened with Bronny at OKC. Ooh. I don't know if you saw this. So he was just looking bad, bro. When Casey Wallace got onto him. So this is, look, he was hounding him. Like, he couldn't bring up the court.
Yep.
Look, bad pass. I think this was 3 possessions in a row. Look, fast forward. They're fast forwarding it. Next possession, look. He can't get past half court. No, stolen.
Nope.
This is back-to-back possession.
Yep.
Crazy. I think it's 3 in a row, to be honest. Look, and there's the next one. Look. He can't, boom, stolen again. That's 3 in a row, bro.
You know what this reminds me of? I don't know if you saw it, but Mike Miller, he was like doing a college session. He was like playing basketball with like the college players. And like a lot of people don't understand, like, because he doesn't play much. The NBA talent to the G League or college league is really different. Like, there's a different level. Like, we was just talking about the tournament. Like, Boozer from Duke, whatever he's doing in college isn't going to work in the NBA. It's not like that. He's not. You're not going up to NBA grown players, embodying them, and doing what you do. That works in college because a lot in college.
That's like your Zion, but Zion was a freak of nature.
Exactly.
Like, you know,
Boozer's good, but he's gonna take like 2 years. I always just say, if you're not a Zion or Wemby, you take 2 to 3 years to develop. Like even Shea didn't come out like he didn't come out like that. It took him a while. You take a while in the league to develop because you got to understand these are grown men you're playing with. Yes,
but he's a prodigy though. You know,
he's a prodigy. Like if you're not a prodigy, you're not coming out and doing what you did in college. That's not how it works. Not how it works. You gotta go through what Bronny's going through right now. Think about, we don't talk about any of the first draft picks that happened in the NBA this season because NBA players are, oh, you think you drafting number 1? You know, when they hit the floor, like, let's go, and they clamp them up. It happens. It's the way.
The Knicks just played the Bulls, and they had Rob Dillingham on the Bulls. He was a big prospect coming out, played in San Antonio, didn't develop well. They sent him to Minnesota, didn't develop well. Now he's on the Bulls, and I don't know if he's going to stay on that team. And the announcers were like, bro, he was a promising prospect, but his jumper just didn't translate to the NBA. You can't hit consistent jumpers because it's different. The players are faster. The players are fucking smarter. You know, you're not playing some fucking freshman kid out of some rinky-dink school. Yep. You're playing fucking Wemby and all these fucking guys. Like, you get wide open for 3 and your shit gets blocked in the 3rd row. You know, it's different. So yeah, I just think Bronny, you know what happened? He was put in the NBA because of his father. He wasn't ready. But if you're really gonna invest in this guy, do you just play him in the playoffs? What are you gonna do? You got 2 guys out. Fuck it. Put him in the playoffs. Fuck it.
See what he can do. You know, like, hey, this is how a lot of people's moments are born. Someone got hurt. You got to step up. Always be ready. Like, that's what I tell. That's what I tell the kids when I'm playing. I'm like, yo, ABR, always be ready. You never know. Now this is your chance to shine. And you're going to get quality minutes now because they're not playing Austin Reeves anytime soon, and they're not going to play Luka anytime soon. So, like, you have to step up, Bronny. And you can't get 4 points and only 4 rebounds. You're gonna have to hustle. I don't know
who they got. They have Marcus Smart and Vanderbilt.
Marcus Smart's been a decent pickup for them because he can play point guard. He's not the best point.
You can't shoulder no load, bro.
No.
Number 12 could shoot. I forgot the white boy rookie. He could shoot, but I don't know. They don't have nobody.
Then they have they don't really have much. But the Lakers should be proud. You know, they had a 50-win season. They did good for a team that a lot of people didn't think much of. Like, a lot of people didn't think the Lakers were going to be. They had a really good February through March. They had a really good February through March. Luka had his troubles, you know. the wife hit his kids, and this man went and scored 100 points. Yeah. So what does it say? Like,
you're good.
Yeah. Like, so Lakers. This is a tough window they got. But hey, like you said, step up, put up or shut up. This is the time. This is Bronny. See what you can do, LeBron. If you want to stay, if you don't want to stay, this is the time to do it. So I'm here for it. We'll be watching the playoffs. We'll be doing our MVP picks. Yeah, but don't look good for They don't look good. Yeah. Moving on. Bulls waive Jaden Ivey after anti-LGBTQ and Christianity comments on social media. Oh God. Listen. I always say sometimes less is more. Dog, you know the type of league you are in. I'm not saying it's not funny. I'm not saying it's this, but you just can't make those type of comments in the league that you are in. Yo, if you can find some of the stuff that because he was saying some shit, I'm like, bro. Yo, he said one thing and they cut him within like 20 minutes. I was like, dude. And the thing is, he was rehabbing. He wasn't even playing. That's they cut an injured man, bro. Like, yo, shit is cutthroat, no blood, man. These businesses really are cutthroat, no blood. Like my mom said, shout out to her.
Yeah.
Whew.
But you can't talk about the people that write your check. That's the problem.
Yeah.
You know, look at what Kaepernick did. He got banned. You know, because he attacked, you know, the American system, and we all know that the owners are proud white boys. They're really America. Those owners of the NFL. So they did that as a direct slight, you know. And Kaepernick had to make a choice. Do you want to be that? Then you can't play in the NFL. Simple as that. He tried to come back, and he hoped that teams would look at him. And I think for the most part, NFL tried, but, you know, he just wanted things his way, and it was just a mess. But, you know, Jaden Ivey, man, like, if this is the route you're going to go, like, you got to look at this, right? If you got family, right, you taking care of your mom, you taking care of your girl, you take care of your kids, you're living in this mansion, you got these kids in private school, you know, you got all these bills, bro. You have to think about that before you open your mouth.
Yep.
You have to. Like, now you're cooked. You went out and called out Steph Curry? Like, calling Steph Curry the devil or some shit? Like, what are you on, bro?
Yeah.
Dude lost his noodles, bro. Like,
yo,
he just went crazy, dude. And it's like, I get it because, right? So my uncles, they were hood, bro. Like, my uncles were hood, and, you know, they used to do hood shit. But when they became Christian, it was like flipping a flapjack. That shit was like, bang. They changed overnight. And a lot of times when you first become Christian or Muslim or anything, you become like a radical Muslim Christian. Like, you're preaching all the time, and you stay away from people, and you feel like I can't be infected by the sinners, and you react a certain way, right? So at that time, it's good to be isolated because you don't want to say nothing wrong to anybody, you know? And it seems like this just happened. Not saying that he wasn't in tune with his church, but he maybe sat down with somebody or sat down with a group, and not saying that it happened overnight, but they were probably talking. They probably even told him, like, look at this. They probably watched the game with him, and like, look at this. They're promoting sin. What's going on? And he's just getting his eyes like the Twilight Zone. He's getting fucking brainwashed. Not brainwashed, but he's believing this shit, and it's fine to believe in that because my uncle's believing it, right? So my uncle has a lesbian daughter. She got married and everything, and he went to the wedding. He go Jesus and spray holy water at the ceremony and just like, dude, you have to chill, bro. You know what I mean? Like, does my uncle agree with it? No, but he went and supported. He told her, I don't agree with this shit, but I love you and I'm gonna be here. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, that's how you have to deal with it. You can't
Yep.
walk around like, unless you're like a prophet from God himself who came like Jesus, and Jesus came down and flipped over the table and told the church to stop doing this and stop doing that. That's different. If you're not him, shut your
Yep.
mouth. Like, know what to say stuff, because, keep that where you're at. You
Yep.
know what I mean? Like, you want to go to church, you want to preach, do it. But maybe he just felt so taken over by the religion that he felt, I do want to cut ties with the NBA. I'm
Yep.
done. And that's
Yep.
the way he did it. He probably knew what was going to happen next. I don't know if he did, because when he got cut, he got mad. Oh,
Yep.
they said disrespect to the team. Blah, blah, blah. But his stuff started coming out that he was like
Mhm.
asking reporters stuff like, when's the last time you sinned? Or he was doing shit like that. It was like, huh? Dude, what are you doing? You know what I mean? So, hey, this is the route he wants to go. I think, did Kofi send something in the chat that he was preaching on the corner?
Yeah, he was preaching. He was preaching like on the corner, like a Willard preacher on the side. Like, yo, dog, really?
Yeah.
But like, to your point, also Colin always says something. Talent breeds tolerance. Like, how talented you are in the league will breed tolerance. Remember, Dennis Rodman used to do a lot of crazy shit, but because he was so talented, they put up with it. You're on the men. You're not really.
I don't know about this. I don't know about saying something like this. I don't know. I'll have to see it. I have to see LeBron or Steph Curry come out and be like, yo.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. They wouldn't cut him like that. They'd be like, hey, we had a team meeting or something. Like, it'd be like indoors.
Yeah.
But because they're one of their star players, they don't look at you like that. They can be like, hey, like that. But like Steph Curry,
he was gone 8 hours later.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like, yo, bro, nah. They're not doing that to LeBron. You're not doing that to Curry.
Yeah.
They'd be like, hey, he had like they would make up. They'd be like, hey, he had a little rough day or some bullshit like that.
He got hit in the head during practice with a ball.
Yo, Paul Richard come out so fast. Hey, like, wait, I was with Adele. What the fuck? Like that. Yeah. I'm just saying they do a lot when you're really talented, but like talent breeds tolerance, and when you're not that talented in the league, they're probably already thinking about moving you. It's easy. You gave them the easy way out. Yeah. I just hope he finds some help.
You were saying, oh, my wife ain't picking the phone up. My mom ain't picking the phone up. Like, dude, you just cut their lifeline right now.
Yes.
What if they don't want to be Christians? You just don't care. Like, I don't know, dude. I think he just went about it like he just, like you could tell it was bottled up and he just blew up. Like he just exploded.
Yep.
And, sometimes you got to step back from certain emotions. Like, listen, when I was young, if you got me mad, I wouldn't crash out on you where I would physically do something to you, but I would say something to you that would cut deep.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I did it a lot, and not a lot, but I did it enough to the point that I said, I got to chill like this. I got to chill. You know what I mean? And there's things that happen now that I'd be staring at that phone like I just want to cut that person up, and I just go, you know what? Whatever.
I'm gonna let it be.
Like,
yeah,
I got to an argument with one of my exes, and she's saying all this stuff I did. Like she didn't do nothing. She was perfect. She was the best thing ever. Of course, And I'm reading this, and I typed out a paragraph, like just cutting her up, and I deleted it. And I just text her. I said, you know what? I wrote a paragraph to you, and I just deleted it because it ain't worth it.
Yeah.
She goes, good for you. Fuck you still. Whatever. All right. Like, sometimes you just need to just be like, it ain't worth it.
Yeah.
It's not. And you could do a lot of other things, like, right? You could make that money, build a new church, build a youth center, start going to this youth center and preaching to the kids and, church kids. Like I saw a video, Shade Room, where these kids ran to their pastor's house because they saw like somebody drew a demon somewhere on a graffiti wall, and they got scared and they ran to the pastor. They said, "Pastor, through the ring camera, can you pray for us?" And da da da. There's kids out there that are in the church already.
Yep.
There's a whole community of that.
Yep.
Go be with them after work and develop them and work with them and change their lives, and you could do all that. Yeah, you play the NBA, but so what? Like, it's, I don't know. To him, maybe it's blood money. He might be looking at it like, I ain't spending that. Send money on these kids.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think my uncles are very Christian, and even my uncle recently texted me and said, "Oh, I know I have a group chat with my uncles. They talk about basketball, baseball, and shit." But they send church stuff. They sending prayers and videos and sometimes I watch it. I read a lot. You know what I'm saying? I read them all the time. But he texted me on the side, and he was like, "Chris, I know that you're not really Christian like that. Do you feel like we should chill with the stuff we send in the chat? If not, we'll make a separate chat without you in it to do that stuff." And I said, "No, that's fine. I really appreciate it because a lot of times I do read it. A lot of times I do watch the videos you send and all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I keep doing it. You know what I mean?" So even him, I'm his nephew, and he said, "What do you think about this?" So, but that also comes with wisdom. Uncle is 50 years old, and Jaden Ivey's what, 28 probably, So he'll learn when he gets older. He'll be like, "Dad, I shouldn't have did that, or should have did it. I should have did it that way." You know what I mean? We all look back at it when we're, damn, when I was young, I shouldn't have did that. When I was young, I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have did that. You know what I mean? So it is what it is.
My last point on this is like sometimes you don't need to say all that like just to prove a point. And I feel like he's like, nah. I was like, yo, bro, you could have. There's other ways to go about it. And like sometimes that live and going this just for like clicks, just to like rage bait people. Because now one thing you do, you burn bridges, you do this. Like now, a lot of NBA players won't mess with you because they look at you as a bad investment. Now, instead of you being able to like, hey, some people do agree with you. They could have been like, oh, okay, I understand what you're saying. Now we can form this type of stuff. Now you're bad. You're bad look. Now you've hurt money that you could make in future prospects. That's why, like, scumbag G's point. Sometimes delete that message. It's not worth all the trouble. That's one thing we can say on this Easter Sunday is sometimes it's okay to not say everything. It's all right. We get it. So you have a point. Because now you're kind of blacklisted from NBA, which is crazy because we're about to go into another person who should have been blacklisted, was not. So we'll move on.
He is blacklisted, but he got his own little cult following. So.
Once again, shout out to Nickel Pass for sponsoring us today. Download Nickel Pass where you get all your newspaper content with a single pass. Yeah, I got you. Nickel Pass, $20. Download it today. All right, we're moving on to the spicy takes where we talk about pepper takes. Whoo! We got to talk about this. Kanye West sells out 2 concerts at SoFi Stadium. Has his music transcended his poor decisions? I'll flat out answer that. I'll say no. But it is crazy to see that many people singing Kanye. Like, listen, Kanye's music is up there. So, like, but it'll never transcend his poor decisions. I don't know if you. I know you listen. Have you listened to his latest album?
Hell no. Hell no. And I never will. I'm not wasting my time. I tried with Vultures, but he just ain't the same, dude. After his mom passed away, it's been a wrap.
Oh, that's crazy.
Same thing with him, like Jaden Ivey. Same thing he did. He went kind of Christian and started going, oh, now I have blood money. He started probably thinking that way. Oh, Adidas is making sneakers in Singapore when kids are getting paid $2 an hour or some shit. You know what I mean? And he probably thought of shit like that. Like, you know, it got to him. And I think it started getting to Kanye, as you saw, was when I think this is where Kanye went wrong, right? When his mom passed. First, before his mom passed, I think him going with Jay-Z instead of Dame Dash was the 1st mistake. Because Kanye and Jay-Z have different morals.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like Kanye, when Kanye first came in the game, he was with Common and Mos Def and Talib Kweli, and these are conscious rappers like Dead Prez. Like these guys are almost anti-industry.
Yeah.
They like, you know, they speak out a lot on subjects that affect the black community. Not saying that Jay-Z doesn't do that, but that's not Jay-Z's identity. Jay-Z is a businessman. If Jay-Z's gonna choose what's best for the black community versus business, he's gonna choose business.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Where Kanye and that group, they don't think that way. It's we're gonna do this. You know what I mean? And once he went with Jay-Z and started making money and doing business, I think, and even seeing how Jay-Z would do things, I think he would look at it with a side eye and be like, huh? Like, I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna say nothing because that's Jay. You know what I mean? And I think that bottled up. And remember, he had a nervous breakdown at one time.
Yep.
He had to go to the hospital. He was there for like 2 weeks. You know, he broke down because he went from chilling with Common and all these guys to marrying a Kardashian. He went from A to fucking Z. Like, total opposite. He tried to embrace that life. You know what I mean? And it wasn't him. And then when his mom passed, I think it ate at him more because you know why his mom passed? His mom passed because when they went to LA, she got all them surgeries done.
Yep.
She got breast implants and a liposuction, and she got mad surgeries at once, and she bled out and went to septic shock.
Yep.
That's how she passed. And he said the biggest mistake he made in his life was bringing his mom to Hollywood. Because she started looking at herself like, damn, ugly. Damn, I don't look good. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Where when she was in Chicago, if you see the documentary, like that shit made me feel more sad for Kanye because this was before he made it.
Yep.
He went with the people he started out with, and they went to her house.
Yeah.
I know you saw the documentary.
I saw the documentary.
They went to her apartment, remember? And they all hung out with her. They were drinking. They were listening to music, like soul music. And she's laughing with them. And I'm just like, damn, bro. Like, Kanye really lost his best friend.
Yeah.
You know, remember he went to the show, he performed, and she went to New York with him? And it was just dumb, too. She went to see him at, like, Rock Radio City or some shit. And he was like, hey, Mom. He had a camera. Her, hey, Mom, how you felt about the show? She's like, it was amazing. And da-da-da. Like, that's the true Kanye.
Yes.
And I think he never forgave himself for that. Happened to his mom. And then it ate at, I remember when Beyonce won the thing, right? And he defended her when she lost. But then when he went AWOL, he said, I was up for Video of the Year that year. And they gave it to Beyonce because Beyonce and Jay-Z said, if you don't give the award to Beyonce, we're not coming to the award ceremony. So that's how Beyonce won it. And Kanye said, that's not fair. Like, what Kanye's looking at it is like this. You're manufacturing and propaganding your way to the top.
Yes.
We're not saying you're number one. The people aren't saying you're number one. You're making it look like you're number one. Because you're using your power to shift things, to make certain things done. What did 50 Cent say about Jay-Z? Jay-Z had 1 Grammy before Beyonce. He got 13 after. Or it's 15 after. Hello? It's a total, it's not a coincidence.
No.
They're moving their power around to get what they want. So now Jay-Z has as much Grammys as Kendrick. Like, stop. You know what I mean? Like, so that's where Kanye was like, where am I? Who am I supporting? What group am I in? This is not what I came here for.
No.
But he did what Ivey did. Instead of handling it a certain way, he went nuts. He went on Drink Champs, Started dissing the Jewish people. And started da-da-da-da-da. Because he wasn't 100% wrong. He wasn't 100% wrong. Jaden Ivey ain't 100% wrong.
No.
It's just the way you're going about it is wrong.
Yes.
Snapped. They both snapped. And he's blackballed. He can't work with nobody. Kanye.
No.
I'm surprised Lauryn Hill was at the show.
Yo, there were a lot of people at the show. Dave Chappelle was at the show. Like, that's what I was gonna ask you. Like, seeing this is kind of sad because like people were like, "Yo, he should do a Super Bowl halftime show." He's never doing a halftime show. Like, y'all should just cut that out of y'all minds right now. But like, I will say this: it was kind of nice to see a lot of these rappers, people come out and support Kanye. You know, you got the kids like wearing some of Kanye's shirts that he had. I was like, "Yo." You say, I know they hated that shit. They're like, yo, he did it, but like you said, he has his fan base. And there are
here's the thing. He's not 100% wrong.
Wrong, exactly.
Mm-hmm. When he goes, Jewish white men are running the industry, they don't promote Common, they don't promote these, like they're not promoting these people who rap good about the black community. They promote the rappers who are poisoning the black community.
Yep.
They push them. They push that agenda for a reason.
Yep.
They don't want a Tupac. They don't want the Tupac. They don't want it. If another Tupac is coming along, he has to be totally independent because they will not fund someone like that because he'll start opening the kids' eyes. Damn, these kids will start being like, he's right. We shouldn't do that. We shouldn't gangbang. We shouldn't, you know what I'm saying? And they don't want that. They want. Think about this. When they had that Crip and Blood meeting back in the 90s, right? The Crips and Bloods came out in LA. They had a party. They were shaking hands. They tied flags together. They were holding it up. It was a big deal. The FBI was there with guns surrounding the shit, watching, surveillancing it. Yeah, that's to a certain extent. You're supposed to be doing that because, violence might break out.
Mm-hmm.
But they're really doing it because they want to make them look dangerous.
Yes.
They want to make them look dangerous. So when KKK walks down the street and they're fucking protesting, where's the FBI watching them? You know why? Because the people under those hoods are FBI. Some of them are cops. Not saying that. Not saying all cops think this way. My friends are cops.
Yes.
My friends are cops. I know a lot of cops that are great people.
Yep.
But you got some people, some politicians that believe this shit.
Yes.
And they don't condemn them. And that's the crazy shit. So that's why Kanye, that's why you have Dave Chappelle there. You have, look how Dave Chappelle handled it. Dave Chappelle just left. Because Dave Chappelle knew, if I start doing interviews right now, I'm going to go nuts. Say wild shit. So he went to Africa and he was gone.
Yep.
He had to clear his head. He had to chill. He did it the right way. Came back and got, $40 million or $60 million from Netflix?
Yep.
That's the difference. That's how you handle it. Kanye, he went crazy, but that's part of the reason why we used to love Kanye.
Yes.
When he went on the fucking telethon and said George Bush don't care about black people, everyone was like, yeah, let's go. That's what we're talking about. But when he did it the other way, we were like, whoa.
You see how they changed it? Hey, we like what you said about the other people. Don't bring that over here. But I wanted to ask you, how did you feel about like Lauryn Hill being there? Like, cause she put on a fire performance. The production, like I was like, yo, one thing we never take away from Kanye, his production is all time great. Yeah, Lauryn Hill coming out singing "All Falls Down." People are reciting the power word verse for verse. I was like, yo, Kanye got it. So, this sparked the argument. And as the local rap person, who do you think will win in the verses? Hove or Kanye? We gotta ask you this. I gotta ask you this because this has been the talk of the week. Yep. Clip this.
Here's the issue. Kanye may have better songs because he's a producer. In reality, Kanye's a producer. He's not a rapper. So he may have the best songs, but Jay-Z just gonna smoke him in the rapping department. Like Jay-Z could literally, like Kanye could put out, let's say, I love Touch the Sky with Lupe Fiasco. Like I love that song. He'll do that, and Jay-Z might do a cappella, and there might be a tie for that round. He might be like, whoa, Jay-Z just bodied that shit. You know what I mean? That's the difference. So it'd be tough for me to choose. And listen, I'm not a Jay-Z hater. I love Jay. Jay's one of the reasons, like when I rap, you kind of hear Jay-Z's style in my rap. You know what I'm saying? Because I just listened to the Blueprint, and Jay-Z kind of taught me how to flow a little bit when I first started rapping. You know what I mean? So, you know, I know all about Jay-Z shit. So I just keep it real about Jay-Z. I don't hate him. I just keep it real about him. And I don't take that from Jay-Z. He could rap his ass off. And you're going to learn Jay-Z's hits. Like when they do a verses, people might be like, nah, Kanye, he has a song, da, da, da. But then when you hear it, you're like, hold up. Like how many people thought Dipset was going to destroy the Locks?
Yeah.
Oh, they're more swaggy. They got the songs. They got Cameron. Jada Kids beat them by himself. He didn't even need Styles P. It's like insane. You know, so once you're on that stage, it's different. So I don't know what would happen. And you got to remember, Jay-Z's also very smart. He'll know how to counteract shit that Kanye does.
Yeah.
How to make it look a certain way. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, so I don't know. I'll have to see it, but it'll never happen. So,
I wish, you know, because everyone, they were talking about it on the Button podcast. They were like, who do you, because remember, it's about production. The verse is all about like how you act on there. It's like, it's kind of going to be regular Kanye, it's going to be crazy Kanye. You get crazy Kanye. Yeah. And then it's like, oh, okay, and
it'll never happen because of what, this is where I don't agree with Kanye, 100% don't. Was when he went those Twitter rants and he started dissing Ty Dolla $ign, he's dissing fucking Future, he's dissing whoever, he dissed Drake, he's going, and he started getting personal with Jay. He said shit about Jay's kids. You know, like he said that the boy and the little girl that he just had, that you see they never come out, they don't show them.
Yeah.
Supposedly they got some kind of autistic thing with them. And he said it. He said, oh, Jay don't show his kids they're autistic. I said, whoa.
Wow, yeah, you can't. Yeah, that's a low blow.
Stop, dude. Like that, I don't agree with. I don't agree with that. You know me, I love kids, dude. I love kids. I'll be at a party, I'll be at the kiddie table, dude. Laughing with them, joking with them. That I don't fuck with.
Yeah, you can't bring up the kids in this one. Yeah, I get it.
Nah, I don't agree with that shit. So that's where I disconnected with Kanye. That's when I was like, all right, bro. I'm done here. You know, I'm good.
Nah, you're right. You're right. It's just
him and Dave Chappelle have been close friends for a long time. I'm sure they've sat down and talked about things, and I'm sure Kanye's probably apologized for certain things to him personally. Or maybe Dave Chappelle's like, come on, dude, you shouldn't have said this. He's like, yeah, you're right, I should have. So they have a different relationship. And I think even him and Lauryn Hill have a different relationship. So you know, sometimes, man, I have friends that I don't agree with what they do, but from the outside looking in, people will be like, yo, why you fuck with them? Because when I'm alone with them, when I talk to them, they're different. You know, they see their wrongs and they apologize and they know they gotta do better. So I still fuck with them. But you know.
And you know, like one thing I didn't like was that now people who don't like Kanye, they saw Lauryn Hill. They're like, why would Lauryn Hill be there? I'm like, yo, you don't know these people. Their morals are not the same as yours. Who the fuck? They not you. Who cares? Like
you met Lauryn Hill. She's mad chill. She's to herself.
She's mad chill. Like I'm like, yo, she's this. That means she's against it. I was like, that's not what that means. He called them out and they wanted to perform. I love that type of shit, man. Like, so these are not your friends. Celebrities are not your friends, guys. They're not your friends. They don't carry the same morals as you. They don't know who you are. I see Lauryn Hill. Shout out to Lauryn Hill for doing that thing and being on that stage and shit like that. Who cares? People are weird, bro.
Yeah.
I think we talked about this topic long enough. We got to move on to another dumb decision. Pooh, Shiesty, and Big 30 and 8 others arrested and accused of armed robbery at Dallas and getting out of a deal with Gucci Mane. Bro, why can the young niggas, can y'all go do something else? Please. The YNs, y'all do too much, bro. This is why people do not mess with you guys. Because y'all do dumb shit like this. You go on, because this is ridiculous.
I'm not gonna really go too much into this because this is just like some street shit that
I'm
not from the hood. I'm not street. I don't know street politics. I have no idea, and I'm happy I don't. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like,
God,
I'm from the burbs, all right, and I'm happy. I live in a nice apartment, a nice neighborhood. I can leave my door and car unlocked. All right, thank you very much. But I just think that in Pooh Shiesty's defense a little bit, it's stupid the way he went about it, but he wanted out his deal.
Yeah.
Now, when Dre wanted out his deal, what did he do? Suge Knight went over there, grabbed up Eazy-E, and beat the shit out of him, and made him sign some of his publishing over. Not all of it. Eazy-E's a G. Eazy-E said, "I'm keeping some of it, but you can take some of it." That's what he said. Dre days equal Eazy's pay day on that real Compton G's. What did Ice Cube do when he won out his deal? He went to the label. You saw the NWA and started batting the fucking office up. Yeah. He went Barry Bonds on the fucking guy's desk and everything, you know? And we hear other shit too. Like, we've heard other shit that when guys want out their deals, you know, even Tupac, like they said Tupac had beef with Suge Knight because he wanted his 100% publishing. And they said Tupac one time fucking started arguing with him, and he fucking ran into the studio. And what they do is they have the masters. So the masters are like actual tapes of the music. He fucking broke the cabinet with all his tapes in it and started like putting it in his hoodie. Like on some crazy shit. And then the fucking security had to come in there, and they said Tupac was holding his tapes in the left arm, and the right arm he was swinging at the security like, fuck out of here, you know? Sometimes when people have your publishing and they won't let you out your deal, you snap.
Yeah.
And you think the only way to deal with it is through that. You know? Now when J. Cole was in an interview, right, he was saying that Jay-Z and Rock Nation owned his publishing, but what Jay-Z and Rock Nation did, which was cool with them, was that I think in the industry, your publishing goes back to you after 30 years, some wild shit like that. Right? They hold your publishing for 30 years. They wait till there's like no value in it anymore. They go, okay, you can have it back. That's why they do 25, 30-year deals with the publishing. They wait till it beats the shit and they go, okay, take it back. You know, I think J. Cole said that Jay-Z did like a 10-year deal. But he was like, after 10 years, you own your publishing. So I think this fall off was he owned his publishing for this one. You know, so now J. Cole's 100% owns his own shit right now.
Yep.
So that's fire. You know what I mean? But, you know, J. Cole got lucky. Who knows if it was a 30-year fucking thing, how J. Cole would react. You know, he wouldn't do shit if you see how he is. But I'm just saying, you know, you don't know. When your back's against the wall, bro, this is your life. This is your money. This is your art. This is shit that you sacrifice to get to where you're at, and some other guys making 100% off of it. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, sometimes you're sitting there, you're like, man, I want to go on vacation. I ain't got the bread.
Yep.
But Gucci Mane's there with 8 chains on, a Lamborghini.
Yeah.
And you're watching this. Man, fuck this motherfucker. I'm going to get this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck that. You know what I mean? So that's where I think Pooh Shiesty was at when he did what he did. Is it right? No. Was it effective? Yes. Because he got it.
And you know what's crazy too? Now that you say it.
And he got his jewelry. And he got jewelry. He got money. Hey, it was effective. But the power of Pooh Shiesty is that, you know, he's being watched.
Yes.
So as soon as that shit went down, dude, that's it. You get your dad arrested too. Like that's wild.
Wait, word.
So I don't know. And now there's repercussions behind it. You don't know what Gucci Mane's gonna do now.
You say Gucci Mane's in there. He's one of those people. He's one of the untouchables in Atlanta. You got some shooters.
He killed somebody trying to rob him.
Yeah, bro. He got some shooters around. Like this is the type of shit that he's
himself. He went to jail for this. Remember, he did like 7 years.
Yeah. He came out. He was fat. Then he came out skinny. Like, yo, bro. Like this is not the person.
Some guys came in there to his office to rob him, and he shot them, and one of them died.
Oh boy.
So this is the shit, dude. This is the shit that happens in the industry, and it's sick. It's a sick industry, man. And so when I made music, my boss that I worked with, he got money, and he heard my music, and he was like, man, I think I should like invest in him. He's thinking about putting money. So one of his business mentors actually was a roadie and producer for a lot of rock bands, and he has connections to the industry. So he went to him and he's like, yo, I'm thinking about managing this kid, investing in him, put money in him. And he said, what does he do? He said, rap. He said, fuck you, I ain't helping you. I would never help nobody in rap because that industry, don't even talk to me.
Yeah.
That shit ain't for me, dude. Listen, I love you like a son, and I don't even want you in that part of it. Nope, don't do it. It's a known fact that that industry is twisted. This is what you deal with, bro.
Yeah.
How many times, look at what happened with T.I. His best friend got shot because jealousy. It's different. There was a video we saw. The baby doing a video, and like 20 goons show up to the video shoot. Yo, you checked in? Baby's like, no, I ain't check in. And they're like, oh, you gotta check in. Baby's like, I'll never check in. And what? That shit could have went left right there. Why? I gotta check in because I gotta shoot.
Yeah.
Why are you bothering me right now? They're just hating. They're mad, and they come over there. And you don't know, dude. People watch from afar.
Yeah.
And they're just like, I hate this motherfucker. They're sitting there with their girl watching the video, and she like, he look good.
Takes little things.
Rock and roll ain't like that, dude. When do you hear this shit in rock and roll? And you think fucking Elvis is shooting up fucking Lionel Richie or some shit? Like, what are you talking? Like, what are you saying?
No.
You think fucking Mick Jagger's gun button Paul McCartney? Like, what are you saying right now? Like, it's insane. But I don't know. I'm out of it.
Yeah, you gotta stay out of that one.
Don't shoot.
And the crazy thing about it, going back to Pooh, he was probably watching the NWA. He was probably watching that stuff. He's like, yo, this is how they got their stuff done. And then you got your people in your ear. They telling you what to do. Go out there, you go do something. Now, like you said, yeah, it was right. Yeah, you need it done. Yeah, you got things. But there gonna be repercussions for this because motherfuckers is crazy out here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can't play with everyone, man. Can't play with everyone.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Jesus on his resurrection today.
Yeah, let's see. I know you gotta go do with the family, so let's wrap this up.
Yeah, but yeah, man. Everybody, enjoy your Easter.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't celebrate Easter religiously, have fun with the bunny and the egg hiding and the egg painting and all that shit. So and enjoy your family, man. You don't know. I always say this: the holidays, chill with the family.
Yep.
And I know we're all busy during the week. We're all busy with our own lives.
Yep.
But I said in a song one time, we grow old, forgetting that our parents grow older.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So one day your parents won't be here, or your uncles or your aunts. So it's good to have these times, these memories, for that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I gotta say.
Yeah, same. Enjoy your Easter. Go out, eat with the family, have a dinner, and check out the pod. We're here.
Yeah. Have a good Easter, man, and we'll see y'all next Sunday.
All right.
Oh, before we go, Follow us everywhere. PGN, you see it. PGN Pod, Twitter, all social media, all the same shit. So it says all social media is PGN Pod. So just type that in, and you'll catch us.
And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I can't believe it. Start saying that now. Jesus.
Well,
Yeah.
all right. See you next week.